telling you. The morning's got nothing but assholes out. Look at these motherfuckers. Why are they goddamn fucking stopped? Sally Yates is my new hero.
Why?
She didn't bitch slap one. She bitch slapped 2 fucking senators yesterday. Smacked them, kicked them in the nuts. She was so cool. Oh my God.
Tell me about it.
Oh my God, she was so good. She's up there. They got this committee. They're investigating this Russian bullshit, or allegedly supposed to be investigating this Russian bullshit. So she's up there telling them that as her position as the Assistant Attorney General, that Flynn had been compromised by the Russians and that they were in a position to blackmail him, and you know, she had informed the White House and she laid out the timeline and she did all that, you know. So this senator, I want to say I forgot his name. It's Durbin, I think. Anyway, Republican senator, and he was on the committee when she was nominated for her position. She had to go through the confirmation process. So during her confirmation process, he asked her if she got the position that she was nominated for, and the president put out an order that was unconstitutional. Would she tell him, no, you can't do this?
You specifically asked me in that hearing that if the president asked me to do something that was unlawful or unconstitutional, and one of your colleagues said, or even just that would reflect poorly on the Department of Justice, would I say no? And I looked at this, I made a determination that I believed that it was unlawful. I also thought that it was inconsistent with the principles of the Department of Justice, and I said no, and that's what I promised you I would do, and that's what I did.
I don't know how you can say.
And she told him then that, yeah, that's exactly what she would do. So during the committee yesterday, this same fucking senator looked at her and says, you know, I'm disappointed in you that you didn't support the president and his travel ban. She looked him dead in the eye and told him, well, yeah, I told you I would do that if I thought it was unconstitutional. And it is unconstitutional. So she threw his own fucking words right back into his fucking throat. And that was the first smack. Then Ted Cruz gets up there. And now, mind you, this is supposed to be the Russian investigation, right?
Right.
He gets up to his time to ask questions and shit like that. He didn't ask any fucking questions. He tried to attack her. So he came out with this obscure fucking law somewhere that said that if the president did something, you know, she was supposed to acknowledge it and go on and do it and just like that. And she says, yeah, that's correct, but if you read further into it,
Subsection C
or whatever it is, he says, you know, if it's unconstitutional or against this, that, or, you know, whatever, that you're not supposed to follow it.
Are you familiar with 8 U.S.C. Section 1182?
I would, and I am familiar with that, and I'm also familiar with an additional provision of the INA that says no person shall receive preference or be discriminated against in issuance of a visa because of race, nationality, or place of birth. That, I believe, was promulgated after the statute that you just quoted, and that's been part of the discussion with the courts with respect to the INA, is whether this more specific statute trumps tops the first one that you just described.
And furthermore, she says, you know, he did things without even telling the Attorney General or questioning whether it was legal, and kept the Attorney General in the dark about it. So she bitch slapped him too. And she did Ted Cruz so hard that everybody in the room just shut up, and you can hear all the sighs and all the giggles and all the gasps at how she did that. And mind you now, Sally Yates is nonpartisan. I mean, she was nominated. I think she was nominated by a Republican, approved by a Democrat, and held over. Because she prosecuted both. She went after everybody. Anybody who broke the law, she went after. Which makes her even fucking better. So yeah, I watched that. Oh man, it was so good watching that shit. She did Ted Cruz so bad he had to leave. Think about that. Oh, come the fuck on. Look at these stupid motherfuckers. I'm about ready to do the same thing if this motherfucker don't turn. Oh, god damn. Jesus fucking Christ, how stupid can people get? Anyway, she didn't really say anything that nobody didn't know. So I don't know where they're fucking going with it. And she told him that he was fucking toxic and that the Russians basically owned him. And that orange fucking squiggly kept him in the White House for 18 more days before they finally fired him. Makes you wonder why. Knowing that the fucking Russians owned him. Now why is he over?
I know! I was about to say that shit!
You see how they fucking drive? You see that shit? You gotta show people that from now on. Next time I say it, you gotta show them.
We're gonna go on a riding trip and show you. But what we're talking about is how people always go to the opposite direction for their turn, as if they are driving a tractor trailer and you have to give yourself extra room to turn. Now, Angry Daddy, who is a driver apparently extraordinaire, says the car goes where you point it. It's a car. Okay? You just give it gas and turn and it goes in that direction. You don't need to swing into a turn. But people always go to the right to make a left or go to the left to make a right. And we will show you that in the near future.
And why is it they can't use a goddamn intersection?
That's another thing we'll show too. Maybe we should do a series on your driving tips. That's a legacy you could leave the world. How to use an intersection.
It's a forgotten art form. People just don't know how to do things anymore. They just... I don't understand. If you're making a left-hand turn where you would go to the right-hand side of the road.
That's not using the intersection.
No, I'm talking about making the turns right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I was always taught just stay on the center line.
The car will go in the direction.
When you're ready to make your turn, just make the fucking turn. Your car go. I don't understand this whole thing about going to the opposite side of the road to make a turn. Look at this motherfucker.
What did he do?
He was over on the left to make a right.
Pippi doesn't know why I lean when I play video games.
Why do you lean when you play?
Because I'm an idiot. That's why. Okay. if my character needs a peek around the corner, okay?
Uh-huh.
I peek around the corner too. I'm looking over the character's shoulder.
That's because you can see something coming around that
No,
side.
you can't. She smacks me in the head and she says, if it's not on the screen, you can't see it. Okay? If he can't see it, you can't see it. But here I am peeking.
You know, this shit here is interfering with everything. And what are they fucking digging for? Gold?
I don't know. But he's digging.
You got one guy digging, 27 guys looking. It must be city workers.
How did you guess? Yeah.
Anyway, I'm very proud of Sally Yates. She deserves a fucking medal. Big clap for her. She did a good job yesterday. I love the way she smacked fucking Ted Cruz. That smug look on his face. I wish somebody would do that to 45. Just bitch slap that fucker really hard. I really do. That would be so nice, wouldn't it? To see him totally fucking humiliated. Completely fucking humiliated.
You mean his administration isn't doing that?
Duplex. Everything is Obama's fault. and the trumpeters are all buying it. Anyway, bye. See you later.